Alrighty, hello YouTube. We are back with the last of our BT-14 set preview. We are very excited for the set to release. We've been testing a few of these decks out, and we are beyond excited. That is for sure.
Look out for some deck profiles.
Yeah,
coming soon.
yeah. We're gonna be throwing out some deck profiles for decks to look forward to come next set. Hopefully that's a good starting block for you guys. So be on the lookout for that. But tonight, we're going to be reviewing and talking about the black cards from BT-14. I know TJ, who is joining us tonight, is very, very excited.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And Arby is also excited. So thank you again for joining us, Arby.
Yeah, thanks for having me for one more episode.
Yeah,
or two.
Of course.
One more. This is the last one.
The last.
You're never allowed back after this. That's how it works.
So for Arby's farewell song, we will be having the links to the other colors in the video description down below. But without further ado, let's start with our Digitama for black, which is Missimon. Has the inheritable effect of when attacking once per turn by returning 3 cards with the D-Brigade / Digipolice trait from your trash to the top of your deck. This Digimon gets plus 2k DP for the turn. I'd say pretty good for the Digipolice D-Brigade sort of archetype. I think this is the egg you typically will be running, so not much else to say about it.
Yeah, agreed. Stacking the top of your deck is always very nice, especially with a lot of the new effects that D-Brigade has nowadays.
Yeah.
You can recycle a lot of crazy things.
The cycle in general for D-Brigade is real nasty.
Yeah, it should be good. What's also nasty and not in a good way though is this Kokuamon. Level 3 rookie, good old level 3. Play cost of 3, Digivolves for 0 over any black level 2, has 2k DP, inheritable blocker. Meh. It's fine. It's not like, blocker inheritable on a rookie is not terrible, but like there's most black decks are so like archetypal that it's very like it ends up being very mid at the end of the day.
Look at he's trying his hardest, man. Look at him.
He is, but he's not trying hard enough to make his way in a machine, and he's not the right color for Grandis, so he ends up falling short in both.
True.
Unfortunate.
He
But
tried.
we got Commandermon coming up. 3 costs play, 1k DP. Evolves over black level 2 for 0, and then on play reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, add 1 card with D-Brigade / Digipolice trait among them to your hand, and place the rest the top bottom of your deck. Inheritable all turns. When this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by your effect, by deleting one of your other Digimon with D-Brigade, prevent it from leaving play. So yeah, this is, key piece to the D-Brigade Digipolice deck that's coming up.
It's so good.
Yeah, and the ability to search, add, and then also inheritable to kind of give that decoy effect is crazy.
Having protection, especially when it's a leave from play protection, so it prevents things like chaos and stuff like that. It's just so big.
Yeah.
Something I really much like to see.
Yeah, and like cycling off this effect is pretty nuts. Deleting the Commandermon to prevent like your big guy from leaving the field. It's huge.
Yeah. It's gonna be pretty darn good. So next we have Choo-Choo-Mon. He's a 3 to play, 1 to Digivolve over a black level 2 and a purple level 2. Has 2k DP. Inheritable of blocker. He's aight.
Yeah. I don't think there's a whole lot to say about him. I don't think you'd use him in Hunters or anything. He's just like, he's there.
It's funny because he gives Bagra the one thing it really wanted was a blocker.
Yeah, a blocker.
Bagra needs a blocker so bad.
That's true.
They very much need it, but while he gives them the one thing they need, he still doesn't do enough on his own outside of the inheritable to actually make an impact, I think.
Yeah.
As you say that, he's looking at you and calling. He's pointing at you right now.
He's pointing at me, but
he's pointing at you to play back. Come on.
He's
like, just you
ain't
wait.
That some shit, dude? Ain't that some shit? But you know what? You know what's some good shit is that Numamon. That level 4. The play cost of 3, Digivolves for 2 over any black level 3. 2k DP, has on play when Digivolving by placing one Satsuki Tamahime from your hand as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. One of your Digimon gains Rush for the turn, and has an inheritable blocker as well. But the difference between him and Chuchumon is that he's cooler because he has a little cop light and he plays out a Tamer for free off of just playing him. So we'll get to Satsuki later on down the road, but very good card. Has Digipolice trait, so works in the new D Brigade variant, works in the future Digipolice version of the deck. So just all around solid card. Also works in the new Numamon deck
good
as well.
Giving one thing Rush. It's just one of your Digimon, so any Digimon Rush is pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also just really like the color, like the schematic of this, like with the dark, that contrasts a little bit with like the neon. Looks so clean. And with the foiling of it too, like in real life as a rare, it looks so nice.
Yeah, the foiling in the set is so good. Next up we got Poop. We got more Poop. Damemon. 4 cost, 3k DP, Digivolves over level 3, black or purple for 2. Retaliation and on deletion save, blocker. It's alright. It's just like it's an option to use, but like I don't see you using it over the other Dame that Hunters has.
Yeah.
Except it's another it's another Bagra army card, so it couldn't go in Bagra. It gives a blocker.
Moving on, we got High Commandramon. It's a 4 to play, 2 to Digivolve over a black level 3, has 4k DP. When attacking, you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 card with the D Brigade / Digipolice trait with a play cost of 3 or less among them without paying the cost, and then you place the rest at the bottom of your deck. A side rule that is in the card itself is also this card / Digimon is also treated as Commandramon. So really nice sort of niche ruling there because it makes it a lot more searchable and like applicable to all the like cards that interact with Commandramons.
Oh yeah.
And as a level 4, that's also quite good. Inheritable effect of all turns, once per turn. When this Digimon will leave battle area other than by your effect, by deleting one of your other Digimon with the D Brigade trait, prevent it from leaving play. So again, similar to Commandra, has that sort of inherent protection, which is oh so good.
Yeah, consistency on that protection is very nice. And the fact that you can also play this guy off of BT-4 Commandramon if he gets deleted, so good.
Yeah.
So good.
That's a level 4 for a level 3. That's for free. That's pretty nice.
Yep. What's not so nice though?
Yeah. The breath
poor
on
little
that
Vegemon.
boy.
Poor little Vegemon.
Yeah.
He, he's trying. He's got a play cost of 4, Digivolves for 2 over any black level 3. His 4k DP. On play when Digivolving, by returning 1 Digimon card from your opponent's trash to the top of their deck, gain 1 memory.
Woohoo.
I honestly think he's just bad. Like,
Yeah.
Unless you like are really wanting to like keep your opponent from drawing their next card, you want them to draw something specific. He's just bad because there's so often you might just give them a piece that they need.
Yeah.
It's the 1 memory is not worth it.
Yeah.
I will say in pre-release, it can be a little bit annoying, like because in pre-release, right, like your decks are scuffed.
Yeah.
So like if you can tell that your opponent, if your opponent is like kind of bricking or like they need something, and you're like, fuck you, you're getting into level 6 again, And that's the only scenario where I could see this card being any sort of useful.
Yeah, if you're just trying to keep your opponent locked out of a play, basically.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
it's all right.
Yeah.
Next
okay. Datamon. Next up. Play cost 6k DP. Level 4. Digivolves over level 4 for 2. All turns this Digimon can't be deleted by your opponent's effects. And no inheritables. Just again, it's not a great card. It's just
it's there.
Decent, decent for pre-release because it digivolves. It's a level 5 that digivolves for 2. So
yeah,
you just want to go to 6.
Effect protection is pretty cool, but without really having an inheritable and really not doing anything else.
Yeah.
he doesn't really have a game plan to play towards, right? So.
Yeah, and he doesn't really fit into any deck, right? It's just this Digimon can't be deleted. Again, not inheritable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this guy fits into a couple of decks. Black
Yeah.
King Numemon. He's a 6 to play, 3 to Digivolve over a level 4, black level 4, 6k DP. He also will Digivolve for 3 from a level 4 with Numemon in name, so any Numemon can be Digivolved on top by this guy. On deletion, you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with Manzemon and its name among them to your hand, and you play 1 Digimon card with Numemon and its name among them without paying the play cost. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck, has an inheritable of Blocker. Pretty solid, I think, for Poop deck.
Yeah, it does okay. I mean, in the Numemon version, I think more often than not, you're wanting to run a lot of the Manzemons, but he could like see places like a 1, maybe a 2 of.
Yeah.
It
It does
I
help
don't think it's
to,
a bad card.
yeah, it does help to play like any Numemon off him. So like
Yes.
you can even go up sometimes or just play him again.
Yeah.
But imagine if you're playing any D Brigade or Digipolice card, just like what Cargo Dramon does.
True.
Our level 5 for the D Brigade Digipolice archetype, with a play cost of 7 and Digivolves for 3 over any black level 4, has 7k DP, has on play when Digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 card with D Brigade / Digipolice trait with a play cost of 4 or less among them without paying the cost, and then you trash the rest. And then has the inheritable of all turns once per turn. When one of your other Digimon is deleted, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 Commandramon among them without paying the cost. Trash the rest. Great card. Is
So
like
good.
the best level 5 for the deck. Has in every way possible for him to exist. He is playing out bodies.
Mhm.
And on top of that too, something to keep in mind. For his on-play 1 Digivolving effect, it doesn't specify a Digimon card. So you can play a D-Brigade Digipolice card like that has it in the traits. So that means you can play out your Tamer, which is Satsuki,
Yeah.
or you can play out a certain option, which we'll get to in a little bit.
Mhm.
But it is just
Look at you
genuinely
with
just
these
a
transitions
great card.
today.
Yeah.
I'm working hard today, man. My brain is cooking
Speaking
right now.
speaking of transitions, we've got Vademon. Play cost 7, 7k DP. Digivolves over a black level 4 for 3. And it has this effect. On play, when Digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Digivolve 1 of your opponent's Digimon for each Digimon card among them. Return the revealed card to the top and bottom of the deck. God. Transitioning from a level 6 to a level 3 is so painful. I got blown out by this deck so much in pre-release. Shout out to David. Those are great matches. This card hurts so bad. It sets you back so far, and yeah, it's really good in pre-release. But outside of that, I don't know where else it can really fit.
Yeah, I think if we ever get like an alien deck or like an Ebemon deck in general, like a Ebemon deck, he's a good card. He is genuinely like a good card on his own.
Yeah, that because it's on play or when Digivolving, so
Yeah.
it's pretty nuts. And then to return revealed cards to the top or bottom of the deck, you can, deck manipulation is pretty big.
Yeah, absolutely.
But next up, we got this shiny little boy. We got Platinum Numemon. 10 to play. Digivolves for 3 over a black or yellow level 5. Has 9k DP. Will also Digivolve for 3 from a level 5 with Numemon or Manzemon in name. On play and when Digivolving by trashing 1 card with Numemon and its name in your hand, you can gain 2 memory. And on deletion, you may play 1 level 5 or lower Digimon card with Numemon / Manzemon in its name from your hand without paying the play cost. Pretty darn good, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely the best alternate level 6 for like the Numemon poop deck at the moment. Does a lot of work. Does a lot of work.
Yeah. He's big poop.
Yeah.
And that art
hard.
is amazing. Well,
Yeah,
I
yes,
love the little
yes.
Numemons in the back with like the
It
rainbow
is
poops.
it is celestial. It is
Yeah.
angelic. It is beautiful.
Speaking of Celestial,
Yes. a friend from the skies, from space itself, Ebimon. Play cost of 11, digivolves for 3 over any black level 5, has 11k DP, has the effects of on play when digivolving, reveal the, or on play or when digivolving, sorry. Reveal the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck, delete any number of your opponent's Digimon with a total play cost less than or equal to the play cost of one of the revealed Digimon cards, then return the revealed cards to the top or bottom of the deck. So again, that deck manipulation that we were talking about before, like what Vademon has, but you get to manipulate your opponent's deck, which is pretty insane.
Yeah.
On top of that, like being able to delete something is there's so much control there. It does so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just I think it's a good card. Also, sorry, wait, Vademon also did the opponent's deck. My brain was not cooking for a second. My apologies.
Yeah.
But still, either way, good card.
Yeah.
Good card.
Speaking of good cards, we have Beradramon up next. Play cost of 12, 12k DP.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Level Digivolves for 4 over a level 5. When Digivolving, choose any number of your opponent's Digimon. With play cost up to 7 and delete them. Opponent's turn, all of your Digimon with D-Brigade gain blocker. And then end of turn, once per turn, reveal top 3 cards of your deck. You may play any number of cards with the D-Brigade / Digipolice trait up to a total play cost of 7 without paying the cost. And then trash the rest. So it does everything you want your level 6 Digipolice D-Brigade to do.
Yeah, it is your new boss monster for D-Brigade. It is the best boss monster you have available to you. Like it's insane how much work it does.
Yeah.
And again, the same thing like with Carbadramon, it doesn't look for specifically for a Digimon card with its end of turn effect. So you can play out tamers and options and stuff like that as well.
Play any number of cards.
Yep.
Any number.
So very, very good card.
Yeah.
Which leading into our one tamer for the black archetype here, we've got Satsuki, the police waifu.
Yeah.
It's free to play. Security plays out without paying the play cost for most security effects. You know, start of the main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. In main phase, this is a new mechanic introduced in this set, Mind Link. So you can Mind Link to one of your Digimon with Nuemon or Manzemon in its name, or of the Digipolice trait. Basically, what Mind Link will do is that you can kind of slip the tamer underneath the bottom Digivolution card, sort of like an additional source. But it's not like hybrid where you have to Digivolve over it and then you can use the inheritable. With Mind Link, you just straight up slot it in. And with inheritable effects, all turns, while this Digimon has Numemon or Manzemon in its name or the Digipolice trait, it gains jamming and reboot. And end of all turns, you may play 1 Satsuki from this Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the cost, which I really like about Mind Link in general. Just being able to like spit them back out so that if the Digimon gets deleted, you don't lose that tamer. I really like that part of it. Works really, really well with D-Brigade and with AG, who's in the Fenry Luga, which we talked about. And I think for Satsuki too, you know, just giving your stack, jamming, reboot, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Digipolice D-Brigade stuff, being able to get access to jamming in general is huge. Especially because your only DP climb is really the egg, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And on top of that, like, reboot also, with how Brigadramon works, with everything, giving everything blocker, insane. So good.
Yeah.
Also, waifu. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Her alt art is amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I like her new Memon pins. All right, and then next up we have.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Something that is not as pretty as Satsuki. Suka's Curse, a literal piece of shit. Play cost of 3. Or a cost of 3 rather, sorry. Has a main, one of your non-white Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with Sukamon in its name from your hand without paying the cost and ignoring Digivolution requirements. Also, as a rule, this card is also treated as having Sukamon in its name, which brings up some neat shenanigans with the rest of the Sukamon stuff.
Mhm.
Which you know we've talked about a little bit with some of the other yellow stuff because Sukumon was kind of split between black and yellow.
Yeah.
And then has the security effect of change one of your opponent's Digimon into a white Digimon with 3000 DP and in the original and an original name of Sukumon until the end of your turn. Good. It's a very, very good option for the Sukumon poop version of the deck.
Yeah.
The fact of being able to digivolve into like any non-white Digimon with Sukumon in name is insane. And also the fact that you can ignore Digivolution requirements. It's insane. It's crazy.
The security effect is pretty big too. Like it's just turning something into Sukumon until the end of your turn to possibly blow it up. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Moving on to our last black card of the set. DCD Bomb. Play cost of. Is that correct? Is that the correct English name?
I'm saying yes.
I'm sorry.
I'm chanting.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
You're chanting. Keep
Right.
going. You're good.
Play
I'm so
cost.
excited.
Yeah. Black option. Play cost of 4. Main. De-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. Then, by returning 3 cards with the D-Brigade or Digipolice trait from your trash to the top of your deck, delete your opponent's Digimon up to a maximum play cost of 6.
Pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And security activate this card's main effect. So.
And
go
ahead, TJ.
It's very good board control. The fact that you can play this off of Carvagemon's effect as well as Brigademon's effect is it's so good, dude. I just love it. It's honestly because the fact is too, like if you have this card in the trash already and then you reel another one, you can potentially cycle them if you play it right.
Yeah.
So you can kind of like do some really weird shenanigans with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until you mentioned that to me last night as we were talking about this, and I was like, oh shit. Like
yeah.
And now I can't like get out of my head this image of like Commandremon's just like throwing the bomb. Like end of turn. Pop.
Boom.
So yeah, I think it's great. I think it's gonna be real fun.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. I'm so excited for DBA, dude.
A lot of times, you know, with the way this set is set up, like if you're de-digivolving, there's a lot of decks that'll have their ace cards out. So you know, you could potentially net or like play this for
True.
Yeah, for 0 or 1 memory. I don't think you can net anything, but yeah, because ace cards are what the highest is 6 for no, not sure if that's right.
4 for Melga.
4 for Melga.
The highest
the play
is
cost.
Their play cost is 7.
Yeah, their highest play cost. I don't know if it's 6
It's
for
7.
level 6. It's 7. Okay.
It's 7.
But most ace cards it'll deal with, so it's still nutty.
Yeah, it's very, very good for that.
Yeah, so I think that wraps up our black set. I think, you know, if we kind of take a summary of it, like not a lot of like great like pre-release cards, I think. I think really the only ones are really like Vademon, if anything. Yeah. But I think a lot of decent, if not amazing support for D-Brigade Digipolice. TJ, I know for sure you're going to be cooking with this stuff, so it's gonna be fun.
I already
cook stuff up.
I got a deck profile I'm working on already. I'm super excited. I've play tested it a bit. It's gonna be good until I see a blue hybrid player. Then I lose my protections and I cry. But until then, I have a good time. I have fun.
I wonder when that's coming up.
It's never gonna happen.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this set and the series in general. Hopefully this gives you guys like a little bit of information for what to expect come next week when the set does drop. Like Arby and TJ have mentioned as well, we're going to be working on a few deck profiles of some of the more like maybe most anticipated decks of this set, and then maybe also working down the road on some like updates to previous decks that are getting some support from, you know, what we see in BT-14. So be on the lookout for that. We will definitely be uploading match play once we get it after pre-release week is done. And yeah, thank you all for the support. We really do appreciate it. We appreciate those who are dropping comments and giving us feedback. We take that to heart, and we're always going to keep trying to make things better for you. So thank you, and we will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.
Take care. Bye-bye.